Well, hello there. Welcome back to my channel. Today's Topic Tuesday, what are my top polishes of 2023? Well, I started trying to figure that out, but you can see I have a ways to go when it comes to organizing and swatching and categorizing my polishes. So instead, I'm going to do my top polishes from Polish Pickup that I got this year. Am I modifying the prompt? Yes. Is that cheating? Yes. But we do what we gotta do. So these are my top 10 polishes that I got in Polish Pickup this year, which is one of my favorite things. I adore Polish Pickup. It's a monthly pre-order where a whole bunch of indie nail polish brands come up with a polish to go with a certain theme, and the themes vary wildly, and I really like that. So sometimes it'll be like fantasy themed or something like that. And I think the weirdest one this year, but also the one I got like the most favorite polishes from, was misheard song lyrics. Like, what a weird theme. It was so much fun though. And if you're interested in watching me and my good friend Stephanie shop Polish Pickup live, we do bingo on the Sunday that Polish Pickup launches, which is usually the first Sunday of the month, sometimes the last Sunday of the month, depending on the calendar. If you follow me or her on Instagram, you'll get notifications of when we go live, and it's a really fun time. You can win prizes. We play bingo of like, oh, this polish has this certain glitter in it, or we say something specific, it goes on the bingo board. So we'd love for you to join us. I'll leave all the links down below as usual. Anyway, here are my top 10 favorite Polish Pickup polishes in no particular order that I got this year. First up is by Danny Vanna, and this is Rose Water. So this is actually a topper. I put it over Holo Taco's Too Good to Be Blue, but it is a super unique glitter topper with these big, chunky, irregular pink glitters and this really intense blue shimmer. I did one thin coat and then I went back in with the brush to just kind of add more petals here or there. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it over blue. I've tried it over green, and that was also really lovely. Here is a shot with the bottle so you can see. Oh my gosh, it's so shimmery and delightful, and yet like still delicate, but really unique. Like, I don't have any other toppers that are like this. The glitters really do feel like they're paper, like they're really, really soft. They feel like petals. I used this in a cherry blossom manicure in the spring that came out absolutely gorgeous because they really do look like cherry blossoms. Next up is Cadillac's Call Me Mr. Fancy Dream, which is a misheard lyric from a Fall Out Boy song, $20 Nosebleed. I love Fall Out Boy. I loved them more when I was younger, and I listened to every single one of their albums up through Folie à Deux, and I have seen them in concert, and it was such a good concert. So I love Cadillac already, especially these crelly formulas with the glitters and the fun contrasting colors. But the fact that this one was also Fall Out Boy based, over the moon. Absolutely love it. I think this is a great color combo. I love I guess it's technically a periwinkle, but like the purple and yellow, it's so good together. So yeah, this is an adored polish. Oh, it's so much fun. And actually, it's a little hard to see in my swatch pictures, but there are blue iridescent flakies in here as well. So like there's like a little surprise. Ah, I love it. Up next is another polish from the misheard song lyrics theme, and that is Colores de Curl Like a Cookie, which is based on Like the Cool Kids by Eco Smith. Oh my goodness, it's so fun. This really does look like cookie dough. It looks like chocolate chip cookie dough with marshmallows. Delicious. Like, I want to eat it. It looks so good. And then it's got like this green shimmer in there that just like adds a little extra sparkle, and it's so much fun. It really does look like raw cookie dough, and y'all know how I feel about polishes that look like food. I want all of them. So this one is adorable, not only in its name and its theming, but also in its execution. It looks so cute on the nails. I definitely need to get a Cookie Monster stamp to go with this. Next up is another polish from, you guessed it, the misheard lyrics theme. This is Emily Damali's Sandpit Turtle. And while I don't remember the name of the original song, I do remember that it was a heavy metal song. So the guy was like screaming instead of singing, and it really does sound like he's saying sandpit turtle. And so it's so funny to have this juxtaposition of this screamo heavy metal song and have pictured in your mind a little like a sand play pit for kids in the shape of a turtle. Just absolutely delightful. I feel like we had one growing up, or maybe my little brother had one, and it was like a green turtle with that you filled with sand. Anyway, this polish is absolutely gorgeous. It's a bright neon green with copper shimmer, which is already a great combo, but then the added in brown glitters just make it that next level of unique in my collection, and I can't get enough of it. Absolutely adore this polish. Next is another Emily Damali. This one is called Wishful Thinking. I don't remember the theme for this month, but it was something dreamy and ethereal, which this polish very much is. It's a little bit sheer, but honestly in 2 coats, I don't feel like I saw visible nail line. I just love crellies like this, where it has the different sizes of glitter that just seem to like float in the background color, and then of course it's also got a blue shimmer running through it to just give that next level edge. It is really funny comparing this one to Sandpit Turtle, and just they come from the same company and yet completely different personalities in these polishes. But yeah, this Wishful Thinking is perfect for spring. It just makes me feel like new growth out of the snow kind of color. It's so pastel and pretty, and I can't wait to wear it in the spring a little bit more and do some floral manis with it, or maybe even some like dreamy cloud manis, because it's just very calming. Next up is Garden Path Lacquer's I Forgive You, which is based on a line from The Last Unicorn, which I've seen that movie quite a few times and I still don't really get it, but I love it, and the visuals are great. But there is one scene where Molly, who is, I guess, like an older woman, like she's not a young girl, you know, like most, she's not a young lady like most fantasy protagonists are. She meets the unicorn and, you know, is scolding the unicorn for not coming to her in her youth when there's unicorns are supposed to visit young ladies and stuff like that. But then she like holds the unicorn and says, I forgive you. And it really is a powerful moment in the film. And this polish, I think, reflects that really nicely. In fact, it reflects too much, because you can see in my picture that shimmer is so powerful. It kind of blows out my camera. But, oh, it's so gorgeous. Like it's almost a neutral color. Like whatever the base is some sort of neutral, but there's so much shimmer and glitter packed in there that it makes it really magical, and I feel like it matches the vibe of that film really well. So good job, Garden Path Lacquers. I like this one a lot. Makes me feel feelings. Up next is another polish from Garden Path Lacquers. This one's called You'll Join Us Someday, and it's based off Over the Garden Wall, one of my favorite animated series of all time. We actually rewatched it this year, and I forgot how weird it is, but it's so charming, and it's got such a great aesthetic that this, I think, captures perfectly. I categorized it as a topper, but honestly, it's so packed that my swatch is actually just 2 coats of it by itself. But I tell you what, you put 1 coat of this over black and you have the perfect Halloween mani. This is just an awesome packed polish full of different flakies and glitters, and there's so much to look at, and yet it's still very cohesive because they're in such small pieces. This really captured the aesthetic of the show, and I'm very happy with that. Up next is a rogue lacquer from the movie quotes theme. This quote is a little dark, a little gloomy, which is Hades from the animated film from Disney, Hercules. He is my favorite villain of all time. He is so sassy. He's right up there with Yzma as just a classic good villain all around. And this polish is gorgeous. I think that it does capture like the moodiness of Hades and his color palette, but it's still so much fun, just like the villain. And I don't know, I really, really like this one. This is only 2 coats in my swatch, and I get full coverage, which is really great for a flake bomb like this. I had to pull one more polish from the Misheard Song lyrics theme, and this is Rogue Lacquer's Naked or Not from Bon Jovi's Livin' on a Prayer. I just think the name's really funny. But this one I bought because it's a beautiful polish. I am a sucker for a white crelly with black and iridescent flakies in it, and this just fits the bill. I do have a few other polishes like this or similar to it, but I feel like this one had the most packed flakies. I swatched it in 3 coats and still felt like it was a little bit sheer, so if I were to wear this again on its own, I would put a base color down first, not necessarily as a topper, just to kind of like help fill in and bring out the colors. The last polish is actually on my hand right now. I literally just finished streaming this mani, so if you were at my stream, thanks for coming. It was a really good time. But I didn't get a chance to swatch this polish by itself, so if you could just ignore the yellow ones in the middle and look at the brown, that is Bigfoot Believes in You from Night Owl Lacquer. First of all, is that not the cutest name for the ugliest polish you've ever seen? I fell in love with this polish as soon as I saw it because it is so prugly. Like, it's full of beautiful things like the flakies that are iridescent and orange and blue, and then it's in this weird mud brown jelly base. I adore it. I absolutely adore it. And yeah, I have developed a weird collection of Bigfoot stuff. Bigfoot and I have a weird relationship because I never really thought much about Bigfoot. And when my husband and I first started dating, I jokingly said that I believed in Bigfoot, and I guess I wasn't being sarcastic enough or obvious enough with my sarcasm. And so my husband, that was a red flag for him. He was like, oh, she's crazy. She believes in Bigfoot. And it kind of became a thing. Like, he wasn't sure about me because I believe in Bigfoot, but I don't. And that came out later, and he was like, oh, good. But now we have like a lot of Bigfoot paraphernalia and stuff like that. Like, our good friends got us these cute camping mugs that were like Bigfoot themed. We got Christmas shirts this year. We like to get matching Christmas shirts, and they had Bigfoot on them. I was like, we gotta. So anyway, I really like Bigfoot's themed things, so this is exciting. And then I also did this manicure matte, so I just wanted to show you that picture real quick. You can see it looks really good, glossy or matte. It's a beautiful prugly polish. Gives me big hairy feet warm vibes. What? So those are my top picks for polish pickup polishes. I would have liked to have talked about my favorite polishes overall this year, but to be honest, my organization has gotten so bad that I don't remember what came from this year and what came from previous years. So my big goal for 2024 is to get organized so that next time I make a video like this, I'll know exactly what polishes I acquired in 2024. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll hope to see you in the next one. Bye.